petit peu mou ou découragé? Ou...
Mou et découragé.
C'est-tu à cause que tu es allé au gym super de bonne heure ce matin?
Non, au contraire. Ça, si jamais j'aurais pas fait ça, d'après moi, je serais encore de plus de mauvaise humeur. Donc, non, je dirais...
Qu'est-ce qui te préoccupe?
Non, il n'y a rien qui me préoccupe. Je pense que c'est juste... Il y a toujours beaucoup de choses à faire. Ce qui est normal.
Puis ça,
Mais
t'es pas habitué à ça.
attends.
Je comprends.
Non, qu'est-ce que j'allais dire? Je viens de finir une phrase ici. C'est comme si je suis à la maison avec mes enfants. N'est-ce pas finir une phrase?
Est-ce qu'on voit Mike sur la caméra, son sourire? Il y a une grande joie. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Ah ouais, accouche.
On prend une pause. Puis... Ah, c'est encore... Je sais pas, tu étais en train de parler. Mais, oui, non, écoute, c'est ça. Il y a beaucoup de choses à faire. Il y a beaucoup d'objectifs. Tu viens de mettre encore plus d'objectifs sur la table, ce qui est bien correct. Mais c'est juste que là, il faut qu'on mette tout dans une période de 24 heures. Et ça, il faut être pensif pour trouver la structure qu'il faut utiliser. Parce que si on fait juste le faire pour le faire, on va jamais y arriver. Donc,
Mike,
tu me vois pensif, pas mou. Mais...
Qu'est-ce que tu penses de ça?
Quelle partie?
Tout.
Comment tu te sens, Mike? Qui t'a fait mal?
Non, écoute, le but de l'émission, je l'ai répété, ça fait 10 fois que je le dis depuis 2 semaines, c'est de partager avec les courtiers qui nous regardent. Ce sont des gens, des entrepreneurs comme nous, qui vivent les mêmes émotions. Et c'est le fun de voir puis de partager. C'est le fun de voir en tant que téléspectateur que, OK, je suis pas tout seul à vivre ces émotions-là. Je suis pas tout seul à avoir ces craintes-là. Je suis pas tout seul à avoir des challenges ou des défis ou des situations plus difficiles. Aujourd'hui, vous semblez avoir eu des situations plus difficiles. Partagez-les pour aider ceux qui nous regardent, surtout pour pas qu'on se sente ou qu'ils se sentent comme « Ah, je suis tout seul dans le monde à avoir ces problèmes-là. »
Je pense que le plus gros défi, je pense que c'est peut-être l'ajustement. À un certain niveau, quand certaines choses arrivent, il faut des fois s'ajuster, puis je pense arriver des fois à un équilibre parfait. Des fois, ça prend un peu de temps pour s'ajuster. Donc, je pense que c'est peut-être une réalité qu'il y a beaucoup de personnes qui font face à certains moments.
Mais c'est un processus, puis c'est intéressant, c'est ça qu'on devrait regarder, puis à long terme, que c'est quelque chose qu'on doit continuellement travailler. Fait peu importe c'est quoi le problème qu'on a, il y a une solution. Il faut juste des fois demander de l'aide. Il faut s'inspirer, il faut regarder, il faut apprécier le processus, en d'autres mots. Et de se dire, OK, ben je lâche pas, je continue. Qu'est-ce que je vous ai écrit hier soir? Qu'est-ce que je disais? Qu'est-ce que je vous ai envoyé par texte?
On peut pas perdre si on n'arrête pas.
Right? So. Avec toute cette énergie-là,
Arrête pas.
moi, je voulais qu'on clarifie les méthodes de communication. On parle souvent de communication, de volume de communication, de l'importance d'avoir beaucoup de communication sortante à tous les jours. Pas de la vente, pas nécessairement d'aller demander quelque chose. En fait, pas du tout demander rien, juste communiquer, des communications à des gens dans votre network, des nouvelles personnes, mais en gros volume. Fait que ça veut dire quoi? Ça veut pas dire de demander de la business. Ça peut juste être Hey, bonne fin de semaine. Je te souhaite, c'est vendredi, je vous souhaite une bonne fin de semaine. Mais de n'envoyer pas 1, 2 ou 10, mais des centaines, si pas des milliers. Aujourd'hui, juste un exemple rapide. J'ai envoyé entre 2 trucs, vite, 125 courriels. Je ne sais pas si vous avez vu le rapport là, d'activité de la journée, mais à tous les jours, il faut qu'il y ait des milliers de communications. Là, j'ai dit 125 pour moi, mais on a une équipe et tout le monde a des objectifs. Qu'est-ce qu'on peut donner comme exemple? Parce que je pense que tout le monde s'arrête aussi, il accepte le fait qu'il faut qu'il y ait un certain nombre de communications importantes sortant, mais après, c'est quoi la communication? Il ne faut pas se casser la tête. Un peu comme le contenu des réseaux sociaux. Première étape, Jay, c'est juste la quantité. Pas la qualité, pas le quoi, qu'est-ce que je vais dire, juste le faire, d'en envoyer, de poster le plus possible. Après ça, une fois qu'on a développé ce muscle-là, ce réflexe-là, le processus, et là, on regarde la qualité ou le contenu. Échangeons sur ce sujet, si vous voulez bien, avec une énergie.
Mais toi, tu n'avais pas des grosses discussions aujourd'hui par rapport aux médias sociaux aujourd'hui, Gabriel?
Ah, tu m'as entendu dans nos bureaux super mal isolés. C'est pour ça. Mais ouais, non, j'avais une discussion avec un de nos courtiers là-dessus. C'est pas nécessairement juste sur les réseaux sociaux, c'est un gros cocktail de choses. But I'll re-say it like I said in English during the meeting. I was telling our broker how it's not about exactly what he said. It has nothing to do with what you put out there. Just make sure you're not selling, you're not pitching, right? Because the second you're going to say on the call, actually the reason for my call, you lost a client. It's over, especially if you're just trying to build a relationship. So I was giving the example how when you're contacting somebody that's a potential lead, right? For us brokers that we want to help, for brokers it would be clients that they want to help buy or sell or invest. I said, when you call a friend, do you have to start thinking, what am I going to tell this person when I call them? In what way should I approach? No, you call, and then you chit-chat, and how's everything? And I said, that's exactly how you have to approach every single person in your phone, and potential clients, and current clients, and past clients.
Est-ce que le challenge, c'est plus, si je fais ça, est-ce que je vais l'air insincère? Parce que il sait que je suis un courtier, il sait que je veux lui vendre quelque chose à un moment donné. Est-ce que des discussions deviennent insincères à un moment donné? Je pose la question, Mike. Puis, est-ce que c'est ça le challenge pour la plupart des courtiers?
It depends. If you're looking for the transaction, then yeah. If you're just looking to build a relationship, then no. Because even if you have a relationship with somebody, it doesn't mean they'll buy with you or sell with you. You might have a good relationship with someone and they go with somebody else totally. And it has nothing to do with the relationship that you guys have. Some people don't want to do business with friends or don't want to do business with family.
Or grandparents.
Yeah. So I think you should just focus on the relationship part and the transactions will come along when they come.
Mr. Miller, do you agree?
I wasn't listening. I was writing down different ways. No, because I want.
Welcome to our everyday
I'm sure
life
it's very
with Mr.
interesting.
Miller.
No, I'm sure it's very interesting.
Man, I got the best idea. Huh? Yeah, no,
That's
tell me
not
tomorrow.
true. That's not true. But it takes a lot to impress me. But that's not true. I wrote down.
You're proving your own point. Though.
I wrote down ways to communicate, and if we take just the calling, what are different ways of using the phone? The calling, just the dialing a phone, and what now. I wrote down 4 different things that I can do with the calling. Not just I'm calling you, but how can we use... Should I say it 17 more times? Do you get what I'm saying?
How do you use a phone?
So when I say to you, guys...
To text, to drop...
to make a call.
Yeah.
What does that mean for you? I'm going to get somewhere interesting here with this. Be
I would
patient.
say it's the dial.
Okay.
I didn't look, but
It's a call.
What is it? Describe it.
It's a call. It's a call. You make the call.
Okay. So a call for me is a ringless voicemail drop. Because the essence of the intention is what? Is to communicate. It's just to send a communication. Hey, Jay, hope you have a great day.
No, because then you would have said just do a voicemail drop.
the essence, Michael. The essence.
Ringless voicemail drop. Voicemail. That counts because it's a communication. It's like sending ad mail. You send it out. You don't know if they're looking at it, if they're interested, whatever. But the voicemail, same effect. I'm just leaving a voicemail because you're going to go listen to your voicemail. You might not listen to the whole thing, but you're going to listen to, well, who the hell's leaving me a message? That's visibility. That's like a TV ad that costs you nothing. Display. The phone display. I want my name on the phone display. Each of these things, the voice display, the voicemail, these are touches in marketing we call soft touches. I go into your brain subconsciously and my name is there. You see what I'm saying? You need a high volume of this. You see how my brain works? It's scary, huh? But mass dialing with a predictive dialer. Like, you guys don't have predictive dialers. You should get a predictive dialer. Well, you too, actually. Why not? If you're going to spend time doing 50 calls, why would you not do it in 30 minutes with a predictive dialer? And it drops now you could do 300 calls a day with the same amount of time. Do you know what a predictive dialer is?
Yes.
What is it? Explain to the people.
It's illegal.
No, that is not true. So don't listen to Gabriel.
You
It's
told me
very
that.
an automatic
Yeah.
dialer is illegal in Canada. A predictive dialer is very legal.
Okay, so maybe you just explained to me the automatic one. So maybe
Yes,
I don't know what the
that's what I
predictive
used to do 20 years ago. Do you know what a predictive dialer is?
No, I have no idea.
So the key in business that you be a real estate broker, anything you do, but let's talk about it, is understanding how can I make 1 second become more efficient, 1 minute, 1 hour. I need to be doing a lot of things with a small amount of window of time. So the efficiency. So that's what forces you to come to find these devices, these software, these apps, to leave voicemail drops or to use a predictive dialer. You got to constantly be asking yourself, well, wait, is there a way to do this repetitive task in a much quicker way? The answer 99% of the time is yes. You might not know what it is, but then you got to go do the research. Thank you for being all so excited about what I'm saying, and it's helping us so much.
We're captivated by what you're saying, so we're listening.
So that same 20 calls or whatever it is, it takes you how long? How long does it take you to make a call on average? So you don't even know.
7 seconds.
I would say
A call.
From 10
7 seconds
from
to
10
dial a number.
seconds to 5 minutes.
No.
Yeah,
No,
because
no,
the
no,
call
I-
itself starts when you press on call.
No. It takes 7
Dial.
seconds to dial. Now, what happens after? No one knows.
No, exactly.
It could be a
Right.
call that lasts 15, 20 minutes. It could be a call that lasts 2 seconds. It could be a voicemail. It could be busy. It could be a wrong number.
Okay, now let's go talk about text messages. So I got calls, I got texts, I got emails, I got comments on posts, I got the traditional mail. I can go on and on and on and on. But let's talk about calling. We talked about a bit briefly. I told you I gave you little tricks and tips on how to be more efficient with it. Texting. So when we talk about texting, we think click, 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 emoji here, send, right? That's what comes to mind?
Sure.
Is that the most efficient way of sending a text message, or is there other ways that we can send text messages?
We could do it the way we do it.
Explain, Mike.
Sales message.
Explain it.
Well, you could send a
My
massive
God, if I fall on this
amount.
video and then I'm like, I'm tuning out.
You could send a massive amount of text all at the same time. What is it? Mass texting.
You can pre-do a text that you're going to repeat. Now, if I said we're going to do massive amounts of anything, right? So if I'm sending out, hey, how's your day? Or hey, I hope you have a nice weekend. Or how was your long weekend? Or what'd you do during the holidays? Whatever it is. Merry Christmas. Not even a question, just that. Now, if you could copy and paste. You could do that, right? It could be a way. But you need to do hundreds or not thousands of those, right?
And you can get the wrong name in there too.
You could. So there's applications where, and I'm sure some people are thinking, well, yeah, there's blasting tools. You can send a blast. No, you don't want to do blast because blasts have the clause that says you can unsubscribe so people know it's a blast. It's not personalized. If I get a blast, I know that the person doesn't even know who I am, so I'm not going to even engage with it. So there's an app, there's many apps, but there's one that we use. I'm not going to say the name. It's not important. We're not going to promote them because I'm sure there's others. If you want to find out what it is, just rewind a bit. Mike just said it. But where you can create a template or a snippet. So you write once, hey, name, insert here, how was your weekend? And now you just click that button on all the contacts that you want and they get individual text messages. It's not spam, it's not bulk sending, it's personalized. And it also increases the engagement because they think you are, but you're doing it in an efficient way. You're writing to them. What else could you send by text message to kind of potentially engage or communicate? Or you can send what I said, like a text.
Voice.
What else? Audio. Mm-hmm. We use that all the time.
Send pictures.
Wait, let's stay on the audio for a second. The audio is powerful because the audio conveys the emotion. So what you could do is you could pre-record a generic, hey, I hope you have a great weekend, all the best. You don't have to say the name. Now, there's tools to say the name, but let's keep it more simple because I see the energy level is a bit low, but just, hey, how's it going? You just attach that video to either the platform I just described, the app, or you can do it manually. Takes 2 seconds. But it's cool to get that audio thing. You sense the energy when you have energy. Oh boy. So that's another great way, just to touch base, to nurture, to engage. I had another one. Come on, guys, wake up.
Oh, okay, it's a
This
question.
is for us.
Email.
I'm doing this to educate everybody, but it's also to just get your creative, to inspire your creative.
Emailing.
No, through text. We said audio, we said regular text through snippets, templates.
Mike said pictures.
You can send pictures. That's kind of weird, but okay. Hey.
You can send documents.
You can send documents. Yes, you can send videos through links. Now, a lot of people will not click on them if they don't know who you are. But if they know who you are, because this is not the first communication that you have with them, if it's not a pure stranger, they'll click on it, and then you can have a little a video that will then tell you that they're watching it, how long they're watching it, and so on and so forth. So you can see if it's connecting or not, if it's engaging the whoever you're sending it to. So those are little ideas for text messages to diversify. Because think of it another way. If you're just sending always text messages in the text format every time you do a follow-up, it kind of gets boring. So spice it up. It's like eating spaghetti with the same sauce all the time. You're going to get bored.
So a really great tool to be using after an open house too, right? Because usually you get the sign-in sheet, and then Monday you do the follow-up, and that usually takes, however long it takes, depending on how wonderful the open house you were showing.
Yep.
But that's always one of those things that you can use to follow up. And that AI too, especially with the AI software, whatever one you're using, you can set rules on your follow-up so you never miss a phone call. And that just becomes a sequence.
Yep.
Right?
So we can go into the automation part also with all of these things. So emails, let's get down to the most popular one, the easiest one to do. What can we do with emails? How can we use emails in a different way or a more creative way? To be doing, again, massive amounts of it. Now, I know MailChimp, yes, but again, I said those kind of bulk sends, they're not personalized. You see at the bottom, there's always that clause, unsubscribe, so you know that this was just sent to 1 million people. I prefer to do it the one-on-one, the one-to-one approach, so that you don't have all that. So the recipient feels like you wrote it and you took care of it, which you do. But again, we want to send not 2 or 3 or 10 or 5. We want to send hundreds, if not thousands, every day.
I like to dictate those instead of writing them.
That's
I dictate
one way.
them. It's much faster. It's much more efficient, especially if you're going on the one-on-one route.
I'll give you a C on that one in the sense of you still have to.
Over here. Well, we got F, so you're good.
Maybe it's a B. The C would be copy paste.
That's so dangerous, though. How many times have you found yourself? I mean, to this day, being 42 years old, I still end up, sending it to.
You're 42?
Yeah.
Shit, I thought it was 52. The way you look.
Stop! Don't do that. Don't do that. I did an ultrasound today. I'm probably 75 inside.
I'm kidding. But that's what that would. So there's you're right. I do dictate a bunch, but it makes mistakes. There's some good softwares. But no, I was gonna go more down the road of templates. Creating a template with a CRM where you create it once and then you can use it forever, for years. That's what I did today, actually. As Mike is holding his head, very tired, very busy day. So you write the message, and then you just click all the contacts, template, whatever you named it, and you shoot it off. Now you've just increased your manual way of doing things to maybe 1 email per 3 minutes to you can send 10 in the same amount of time. The content of the...
Sounds like a 4-hour work week to me.
Jesus. No, it's just you need to, when you get super busy, the problem is that people are not busy enough. When you get busy, you get creative. Because you're like, well, how the hell am I going to do all this in the amount of time that I have per day? It's impossible. That was my reality. I had to wear all the different hats and do everything. So it was like, shit, how am I going to do this? I got to find a way to become more efficient. That's what happened. So now I'm sharing this with you. Maybe you're not understanding the value because you're not busy enough. So for you to send an email at a time and compose it, or to copy, paste, send, it's because your output's too low. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to put the pressure on so that you become creative on how I'm going to do it. I'm going to give you another example. I'm on fire today.
Go.
When you set goals, Gabriel, we've talked about this before. When you set a goal that's realistic or attainable, it doesn't get you to become creative on how the hell am I going to do this. You set the goal based on what you know you can do and how you can do so that it makes sense. Are we following here? Mm-hmm. Do you see the correlation between what I'm saying about being efficient with how you distribute and what I just said?
Yep.
It's very profound what I just said. You better extract
I'm going to pull that one.
No, but I'm serious. If I set a goal for you that's you don't know how you're going to achieve it, but you have to do it or else you get shot in the head. Maybe that's too graphic of an example. I'm sorry.
Trigger warning, please.
What's going to happen?
Are you going to figure it out?
You're going to be creative as hell to figure out how the hell am I going to do this? This is what came from that kind of pressure I had.
We talked about that too yesterday, right? In terms of how we were spending money on ads and how we were expecting to get results. And you said,
Well, that's slightly different.
Quite openly, you said, if you are a business owner and you're starting to become a failing business owner, you're going to act in very creative ways. And I think this touches on it as well. Yeah. It kind of goes back to what you said a million times, is that if you are what you have to do is just act. You have to act.
Yeah.
And not wait to make it perfect and not wait to make it whatever it is. People say, well, I have 1,000 contacts, but 700 of those are family, friends of friends, friends of family, and they won't even touch those because they say, well, I don't want to bug them. I don't want to disturb them.
I like what you said about what you just said now, but I'm going to go back to the open house kind of example.
Yeah.
If every time you do an open house, you give something or you send something to, you have a process already.
Right.
That you do, but you're probably doing it manually. What I'm saying is that take that process and use these tools, create the templates, create the automation, it's not complicated. It just takes a few minutes. But do that so that you don't have to worry about the manual and the doing of the whatever the process is now. Can you give me an example of when you did open houses? Anybody? Well, hopefully you had a process that not necessarily automated, but what did you do? You must have done the same thing. Oh, I'm going to take everybody's information after, and I'm going to call them, and I'm going to send them maybe an email saying, thank you for coming. Here's the listing. Here's a few other properties I have for sale. If you're looking to invest or buy, or if you need a pre-approval, all of that stuff, you did manually because you weren't busy and you had time. Hello? Can someone
you're
share?
right. It was, I was doing it, but
I'm
it
always
was
right.
manual.
That's clear. But what was your experience with...
Sorry, I meant you're absolutely wrong. But it's all right. Yeah.
Share. With some energy. What the hell? What was the process? Did you have a process?
I did have a process.
What was it?
Every single person had to sign in. That was at the very beginning. Then I started doing it through QR codes, so I could get the information quicker.
That's cool.
Then in the first few, it was manually reaching out. I didn't believe in the whole email thing. I thought it was too impersonal. They wouldn't pick up because they barely know me. They just saw me for the visit. So I would call.
So can I pause for a second your process? What if when they scan the QR code, they get a thing directly sent to them right away?
Sure.
Which says, hey, thank you for coming to the open house. Here's the digital version of the listing, whatever. Here's some information about the property. And then it starts a sequence or a drip campaign of some sort. At the same time, you have an automation where it sends their information to your favorite mortgage broker from your favorite mortgage company. I was going to say a name, I'm not going to say. And then that person gets a little task that says, hey, call this guy. He just walked in and it might be a pre-approved. And at the same time, he gets an email communication or a text message from said broker that says, here are the rates of today. If you were to buy this house, these are the payments based on this. This is all automated. This is very simple to do. Very simple. It sounds complicated, but it's not. Then they leave. Then you automate that they get a message in their voicemail without the phone ringing saying, thanks again for coming to the open house. I'll be doing another one, or I'll be back at the house tomorrow if you want to see it again or whatever. And then they get a text message. I'm going to send you a text message in a few minutes with a link where you can book your next visit. This is all automated.
Where are you setting this up?
Now, we're doing this already.
I know, but for the sake of learning, let's play the game. Where are you doing this? How are you setting it up? Can you show our brokers how to do this?
Of course, but not now. It's too.
I know.
I need. Well, is that what you mean? But
Yeah.
No, but every day from 1 to 3, this is the kind of stuff I'm sharing with brokers.
Right.
So, but this saves you so much time. So if you, even if you're not busy to the point where you're thinking, well, I don't need to save any time. I got nothing. I only have one listing, or I don't even have a listing. I have this. I have that. That the time that you would save on all this I call it the administrative kind of work, could be used to get more business.
And you're right. There is a lot of time too, right? Usually, you find yourself on your way home. You make sure you have the sign-in sheet with you. And then you get home, and then you put your bag somewhere in a nice spot because you want to have the sign-in sheet. And then Monday comes around, you put it on your desk. Like it's just such sensitive information. Like why wouldn't it make sense to be able to set it up in a way that is just so automated? That way you don't have to do the reflection after. I mean, you can do the follow-up by phone if you need to, but there's so many other steps that you can do that are automated.
I would put them on an automatic distribution of new listing in the area, and price reduction, anything, just to keep a touch, to keep in contact with them. I would automate all of this thing. And then all educational, like, I mean, it's not rocket science.
Yeah.
Gabriel wants us to. He needs a nap, people. He needs the nap. All right,
Wake up when I wake up, then we'll talk.
No, but I got so much stuff to share. I don't know. I hope you feel the
we should
excitement. I
continue
hope you
tomorrow.
feel the energy.
What's going on? Why is there a beef all of a sudden?
No, there's no beef. It's just we all have meetings, so
No. All right,
we have to
playtime's over.
unfortunately wrap it up.
You got a hard out right now.
I'm going to set you up some automation so that you have more energy at the end of the day.
That'd be great.
All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. And just a quick thing. Starting next Tuesday from 1 to 3 every day, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Friday, for the time being, for the rest of the year, pretty much. I'll be mentoring 100 brokers or so on top of our own brokers here at Miller Group. If you're from another agency and that this is something you might be interested in, then reach out. We'll set something up. It's free. Yes, I'm that nice. And we have another thing where I show you all of this stuff but how to do it with online leads. How do you convert them? How do you go through the funnel, but through mainly automation, so that you convert more and you make more, and not by doing cold calling, door knocking, but to be efficient. So using social media. So thank you all. We'll